Today on Live at 5 at 4, we are celebrating this gal right here.
We are anxiously awaiting the arrival of Dolly Parton.
On her last studio day at Channel 10, we are looking back at Beth Haynes' stellar career. Some of the stories she's told, the people she's inspired, the fun in studio and on the road, and the many ways she'll be missed. Live at 5 at 4 starts now.
You know that, okay? Wish we had warmer temperatures, but
Check out that hair.
that right there, the one and only. So no scripts for Beth today. This is her last
That could
day
be a
anchoring
problem.
the 4 in the studio.
So I'm gonna do it Russell Diamond style. Is that what you're telling me?
Freestyle.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to be on the road tomorrow, but this is our opportunity in studio to celebrate you, and we are reflecting on some of our favorite memories. And first up, it's myself and John Becker just sharing just a few of the many, many thoughts we have about
Get the
you, Becky.
Kleenexes.
Beth, we're going to miss you so much. You have been such a joy to work with. So personally, we're selfish that you're leaving because we love the love you've given us and the laughs you've given us both in studio and out. But also, I think one of the things that I admire most about you is your connection with the viewers. You have touched so many lives. You've given them so much of yourself, and I think that they've returned that as well.
And Beth, one way that you did that, there are many ways, but one that was so profound and so powerful was sharing your journey with infertility. You will never ever know how many lives you touched by sharing that story. So I know I speak for you and for the entirety of BIR. Thank you. Thank you for what you've provided to the station and beyond in our community. We're going to miss you horribly, but we know such good things are ahead for you.
And that is just the start.
thank you.
That is just the start of many tributes to come. And okay,
Gang's
these two
all
gentlemen
here.
need no introduction, but of course,
You're right.
Anchor Emeritus Bill Williams and the one and only
Bill's getting a phone
Russell
call, I think, over here.
Viven.
I'm getting
And
a phone
It's
call.
a big deal.
Whoever is calling me, we just call back
Call
later.
back later.
It's probably just Kessling. Don't worry about the football team.
Tell him to come join the party. Come join us.
Now, do you remember when I first started and we would interview Bill Williams? You would say, hey, it's a big deal, Beth. Don't get nervous. I grew up watching Bill Williams. I remember watching Robin, but I was in college because she's not that much older than me. But what an honor, sir, to have you here to celebrate me. I tell you, I am humbled by that.
Well, it's an honor for me to be here because you are concluding a tremendous time here at Channel 10. You have done just amazingly well. Just unbelievable. But I can remember when we were considering, I use the collective ability, we were considering hiring you, and news director Margie Nichols showed me a tape of you and this child.
Yes, this
Who's grown
child.
into a beautiful woman.
But she was a cute child.
Yes.
It's just, you think we ought to hire her, and you know what my response was? I think we ought to.
Yeah, you did.
And we did.
And you did.
Yeah.
Well,
It was tough ever since. But
and you all have probably heard this story. No joke, when I came to interview at Channel 10, who was the first person that I saw? at
yeah, I was
event?
walking through the waiting room.
You'd just come back from a 4-hour lunch.
It was actually,
Now the truth comes out.
It was actually a 4-hour nap. And they came in, and I saw you standing there, and I didn't even know why you were here.
And you said, well, hey.
Yeah, and then we talked, and I went in and told Margie Nichols same thing. We need to hire the lady in the dressing room or in the waiting room.
Trust me.
So, and then 20 years together was a good time.
Hire the lady in the
Not the
bathroom.
dressing room. Yeah,
Space camp, we
all
did
those
it all.
missions we did.
Oh my gosh, and we both received the Spirit Award with McNabb Center. That was special, and man, we've had some great times. I was looking back through some tapes. Incredible journey.
Well, the fact that you're saying the word tapes tells you you've been.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
Well,
It
look
is.
at some of these. I mean, this really
That
just
was a special
caps it
day
off.
to be able to go back with Bill Williams to the World's Fair
That's a special
site.
day with Todd
that's-
there.
Yeah.
There was This was one of my favorite days. So Dr. Ryder, good friend of Bill's, allowed us to blindfold Beth and take
God, that sounds
hang
bad.
on, let me finish the story, Beth, since we're on a family show. Blindfold Beth, get her in a car. We took her down to UT, and he allowed you to conduct Rocky Top, which is a huge honor.
And I was terrible at it.
No,
Well,
you can't be. No, nobody is ever terrible at Rocky Top.
Yeah, but I was completely off.
Is this just us eating kettle corn down at the zoo, I guess?
No, that's Dollywood. We were taping a promo.
What year would that be?
That's the carousel.
It's great television, though. We did some great work together.
So what are some of your favorite memories, though?
Oh my gosh, I watched the Notre Dame Road Show.
Good time. We were almost there a week.
Oh no,
For that
it wasn't
show?
a week. I think
Nope.
it was 2 or 3 days.
Well, I like to say it was a week.
Some things never
More like a
change
month.
over here.
I'll tell you, we saw Hank Aaron on the elevator
I'll
that
never
trip.
forget that. Russell was a nervous wreck being from Atlanta. We get on the elevator and you were speechless, which never happens. I didn't know what was wrong, and then you introduced all of us before we got off the elevator. That was a special time. The Derby, Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
We took the show there. A lot of Halloween costumes.
Oh.
Some of my favorite
The
memories.
queen of Halloween right here.
Trying to get this guy dressed up.
Yeah, thanks.
Swimming, uni swimming suit.
Makes me feel good. The thing about you, though, Beth, that I think, it's hard for broadcasters sometimes to be themselves on air. They try to be somebody they're not. And you have been the same person on air.
Exactly.
And off
Exactly. I want to make that point. People ask, what's Beth really like? Well, what you see is what you get. You are really like what you are on TV, in person, one-to-one, behind the scenes. You're just Beth.
Well, I could say that about all of you guys, and I learned from the best.
Well, I think there's a special camaraderie here at Channel 10. I'm not sure is true in some of the other markets. I think that's been true for decades here, don't you think, Robin?
I think, I think the word that sums it up, family.
Absolutely.
I mean, there is a bond there, and I think it goes beyond. But I think we could sit here all afternoon and just recount our wonderful memories of Beth, but unfortunately we're going to have to wrap it with that. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
All right.
I don't know who gave you a mic, but
I don't know how I got in.
yeah, me either.
All right, we have more tributes upcoming, but first, here to celebrate Beth, our longtime friend musician, Brian Clay. Take it away, Brian.
Turn it up, Brian. Let's go.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. Crank it. Tonight at 10, a North Knoxville man finally pops the question, will she accept his proposal? Let's find. Are you serious?
What was I
That
wearing?
right there was perhaps the most important thing that happened to Beth Haynes during her time here at Channel 10. That was when her husband now, Seth, proposed. And I remember it well. Okay, truly, were you just like blown away?
Yes, because I thought he'd missed all of the important milestones and he was run out of time and I'd given up, and he shows up looking like Mr. Rogers.
I know. That's the biggest fault of that day was that red sweater. I know. But Robin helped that night, and a producer helped us write a script, and she read that. So that was
Amanda
just
Dill.
a great, Amanda Dill.
Yeah.
So
Did you write
that's
that
what-
script?
I did write that script.
You
One thing
remember
I did
Seth, he was Seth Andrews from Style and Sports. He's recognized more than I am in town.
No, I wouldn't say that at all, but good times as we all are.
Yeah, it's interesting when you can have your family captured on camera. And Mom and Dad, Carolyn Davis, did you ever think your little girl would end up being just making her mark in East Tennessee?
Well, I don't know about that, but she's one of the few children that I know that when she was 10 years old decided that she was going to be the next Barbara Walters. Now, she didn't make that, but
she made her mark here, though,
she
didn't
did.
she?
She did Kids News at her school. And then she did, she auditioned for Channel 9 WTVC in Chattanooga for Kids News and did it once a month. We'd go down and tape a week's worth of little morning segments. And then from there, she...
Do I get it from you, Dad, or oh my gosh, Liza Headley Hutchison. Look at that. My friend Liza's in studio with us. Yeah, looking at some fun college pictures.
You get
Dad,
it.
did I get it from you?
No, you get it from your mother.
No, I don't know.
She's talker.
She's the talker. She's the talker.
I will say it is neat, not to the fact that you are getting to do it in your hometown. Like we all were transplants when I was in TV. Robin came from somewhere. All they're coming in, but the fact that you got to do it and you grew up in Athens, and I know seeing all the comments of people in Athens and talk about you, just that you grew up here and you got to go on the station that you watched, and I mean, you don't get those opportunities in this business to do that, and that's what I think is so special about it.
One of my favorites, and viewers, you all have shared so many moments with me, but if you remember, we went to surprise my mom when she retired, but we also thought it would be a good idea for Russell Bivin to go to Mrs. Haynes's class, and you didn't realize you were going to be on camera. We had a camera on just following her throughout the whole day, and she was so mad when she watched and you were on camera. So she shies away from the camera, but she's very poised.
Yeah.
Yes, and Mom and Dad, thank you all for being here. So special.
We wanted to come and celebrate you.
Yeah.
And I want to say one thing. If she works so hard on that you see on TV, what she does off.
Yes.
And Robin and John and Todd. No, what she does off, like for her 12 days of career. I mean, it's unbelievable what she does. It's the two full-time jobs, and what she's done for this community. I mean, she'll be remembered for a long time. That's why you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do it for the love of the community and mentoring people. And she had a great job to do that here. And I know she's going to miss you guys so much. But like Bill said, like Bill said, once you're family, like I left here 16 years ago, and I see Todd and you, and it's you'll always be family. So.
Well, you hit on family. Family, really, Beth is like family to Dollywood, right? I mean, her connections to Dollywood over the years, it's been like none other. So let's take a look at those connections.
Let's talk about Imagination Library. What a year. The 100 millionth book and Library of Congress had to be a milestone for you.
Well, that was also wonderful to have my little book, A Coat of Many Colors, that we illustrated and have in the Imagination Library now, and for them to commemorate our 100 millionth book, to have that book in the Library of Congress from now on is really an honor.
Favorite Christmas song?
Circle of Love, the one I wrote. But seriously, I like them all. I love every Christmas song. I can't say I have a favorite.
Hot cocoa or eggnog?
Both. I like both.
Cook or cater?
I cook. We cook. Now, we do cater a few things anymore in the last few years, but I like to cook, and my sisters love to cook, so we still love to cook.
Dressing or stuffing?
Well, we call it stuffing. That's what we called it, but it is dressing, I guess. Sage cornbread dressing is the kind I like.
Favorite holiday treat to bake?
I don't bake that much. I like to play with the kids. I have cooking night with my nieces and nephews every year, so we bake cookies of all sorts and decorate them. They're not pretty, but they're fun and they're good.
Worst Christmas gift?
Worst Christmas gift? I would never tell it if I did, because that hurt somebody's feelings.
Best Christmas gift?
Well, the best Christmas gift? I don't know. Nothing comes to mind.
Do you have a guilty pleasure?
Oh, actually, my life is just there's such a way of life with me that my routines and the things I do are just so natural to me. But I love to cook. That's probably, and I love to eat, but I love to cook real old country foods and have family over that likes, they still like to eat that kind of food. And they say, oh, this tastes just like Mama's. And that's the greatest compliment in the world to me.
So Dolly is not the only celebrity Beth has worked with over there. Let's go through this list.
Oh, boy.
Tom Cruise, Channing Tatum, Reese Witherspoon, and of course Kelsey Ballerini. You guys have a nice relationship that you've developed over the years.
She's from East Tennessee, and I've gotten to know Kelsey's mom. And I love that Kelsey stays true to her roots. She's always willing and stepping up to help Knoxville. Reese Witherspoon, she was fun to chat with in Nashville. We were there covering a story. There we are at Central High School on the stage there. And she's done so much for this community and does stay connected. So it's been a pleasure. The Tom Cruise, I mean, I will tell you, I forgot my name as he turned to walk toward me.
Understandably so.
I mean, Really, I mean, you know.
You have this. I mean,
I know. It's been great. The celebrities are great, sure, but I'm telling you, it's the people that I've met here in our community that really mean the most. You know, it's really true. So.
Welcome back to our celebration of Beth Haynes' 20 years here at WBIR. And look who's with us to continue the celebration.
Let's go!
Yay!
In the kitchen.
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to be back, and it looks so pretty in here.
Nice and bright.
We
and
cleaned it just for you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
There's another one over there about 20 miles.
Be right there.
But we know that you have been such a fabric of Live at 5 at 4 and Beth and Russell and Todd, the whole crew, and we knew no celebration could be complete without you being with us. So we're
Well,
glad
you're
you're
my
here.
10 kids.
Yeah.
And you've taken care of us, that's for sure.
Well, I loved every minute of it and every crumb.
Yeah, you fed us well along the way, and it looks like you're going to feed us well here, too.
This is a wonderful salad. Dottie Kidd gave me the recipe, and all her recipes are good. She can make me eat olives. She used regular cabbage. This is Napa cabbage.
Okay.
Green onions.
Not nappy.
Right, no.
Napa, which
Napa.
means it's delicious.
Close enough. Broccoli and golden raisins.
Okay.
Candied pecans. And I didn't think it had quite enough raisins, so here's a few more.
Absolutely.
And this is the best salad dressing you ever put in your mouth.
What is it?
You want to do it the last thing before you serve it so nothing will get soggy. All the recipe is on the website, and you can use the dressing on any salad you want to make. It is a sweet sour salad dressing, so you will really like it.
Well, you can never go wrong, trust us, with Miss Olivia's recipes. So be sure to check it out. Miss Olivia, thanks for being with us to celebrate.
You.
Thanks
you
for being
both.
here.
You're my babies.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for
And we'll be
coming
right
on.
back. Stay with us.
I will get sticky stuff on you.
Right now at 4:30, the celebrations continue for our very own Beth Haynes as we take in her last day here in the studio at WBIR after 20 years. They have been filled with laughs and music and tears, but mostly laughs.
It's a lot of hard work. Takes a lot of hard work.
Now, this is one of the many stories Beth has done with UT's beloved mascot, Smokey, and the Hudson family. And with that, guess who's in the studio
Oh my
now?
gosh,
Cindy
Cindy
Hudson
Hudson and Smokey Tim. Hi, Smokey. Why don't we get you anxious? I'm sorry. What a pleasure it has been. I met your father-in-law years ago and have stayed in contact and followed the family, and you all have just become dear friends of mine, and what a joy it's been to share a little of Smokey with you all.
Well, it is an honor to be here, Beth, on this special time. We wouldn't miss it. And Smokey and 10 and 11 adore you.
Oh, thank you. And this is 10, everybody.
This is 10. If 10's got a smell, so he's thinking about something, Miss Beth. I don't know what.
And
but
10, you're retiring.
10 is retiring, yes.
Somebody asked if I was retiring. Not retiring. 10, I'm not so lucky. You're going to live the good life, 10.
10 is living the good life right now at home and enjoying his recliner, and he expects Beth to come visit him.
Well, I will. I got to see Smokey 10 at the Davis Branch.
Yes, that's correct.
The breeder of Smokey. And so I saw Smokey 10 when he was tiny. He hadn't even come to your house yet.
Correct.
And then we have just stayed connected. And your sweet husband, I loved knowing him. He was just a treasure, and your father-in-law as well. And thank you. This has made my day.
Well, Beth, it's an honor. We love you,
Check it
and
out.
we thank you for being so good to our puppies and to Big Orange Nation. You're near and dear to our hearts.
Well, thank you.
So, and hopefully you will get to meet 11 here shortly. So,
I
you've
hope
met
so.
him, but hopefully he can be out here to visit us soon.
Okay. Well, this is just so special. 10, thank you so much.
Say thank you, Miss Beth, for being my best friend.
Oh, I love
Such a good dog and part of the family, the UT family. And
Thank
Beth,
you.
I know
You're
it's been
Rocky Top.
yeah, just right on cue there, right on cue. Well, Cindy, Smokey, thank you, Beth.
I have the wrong color on. I'm sorry, Smokey. Don't look at my red. Oh, come here,
Oh,
Smokey.
there he is. Well, guess what? Some more folks wanted to share their special thoughts about you. Take a look.
It's your morning team. Beth, I truly cannot believe the day has come where you are not going to be at Channel 10. You truly are one of the most straight from the heart people I've ever met, and you have carried this brand for us for so long, and we are going to miss you so much.
You know what I think sets Beth apart is that she really cares, not just about the community, but her friends and her family. She really loves people.
And she really knows how to make people feel at home. And Beth, you have made me feel at home at Channel 10 when I first came here in 2005. Even though we worked separate shifts and opposite shifts, we have a lot of the same friends, and we've just made a lot of memories together. And so I thank you, and we're gonna miss you so much.
Good luck, Beth.
Hey, Beth, thought this would make it a little bit easier for me personally out on my weather porch here at the house. And I just wanted to take a couple moments to tell you how special you are and how much you've been a wonderful friend to me over all these years, 20 years. It's been my pleasure and my privilege to know you. You're such a wonderful person. You're a great mom, a wonderful wife. You're going to be able to spend a whole lot more time with your family. So get excited about the things that God has planned for you. You're so talented. You have your whole future well ahead of you. So be excited for that. But me personally, all of us at Channel 10 and everyone in East Tennessee community, we are going to miss you, Beth. I'm going to miss coming into work and not being able to have those meaningful heart-to-heart conversations with you as one true friend to another about faith, family, and the things that are most important. I'm going to miss our hometown spotlights, our trip to Buc-ee's, our food trips to Dollywood, and all the wonderful times that we've had together over the years. But Beth, you are very special. I wish you the very best. And with that, I wish you this blessing from the Bible, Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 through 26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. I can't say anything more than that. Beth, I wish you the very best. Grace and peace. Love you, dear friend.
Oh,
can you
Todd
top
Howell.
that?
Oh, man, what a treasure. What a treasure we have here. We're so lucky. We get to call him colleague and friend. And I tell you, thank you, Todd. That's the hardest part about taking the next step is I won't get to see you guys every day, but I'm staying in Knoxville, so our friendship remains strong as ever, and we're family.
Absolutely, and that doesn't
You don't
change.
leave family, that's right.
Foxy, are you seriously dancing? You're in the middle of a tornado.
Oh, the things I'll do on camera.
Yeah, you remember being in the Land of Oz?
I do.
As
Man,
Dorothy?
that was a dream. Leanne Bowman, our producer, she said one of these days we're going to make that a reality. And we did, complete with the lion there.
Yeah, that was a nightmare.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. Neil didn't, Dr.
With
Bob.
that, welcome, gentlemen. We're so glad you guys could be here to
It's such an honor and a pleasure and so exciting to be back with the gang right here.
We've missed you.
We've had years and years of fun and excitement, and Beth, you have been a icon, a light, shining light in the sky by making everybody else that comes on feel like they were important and that they were so good. The station is blessed to have you, and I'm blessed to have known you.
Well, glad to call you a dear friend.
A dear, dear friend.
Absolutely. Mr. Neil. You wore the suspenders for me. You know I love those suspenders.
Yes. I just wanted to say, you know, the thing that I've enjoyed so much is us, Russell and you, through the years, and you trying to keep Russell from cracking me up on air.
I mean, look, case in point right here. I mean, he would always make a funny face at you anytime we were interviewing you, and you never cracked. Never. We never had any fun here on Live at 5 at 4, clearly. But gosh, it's been so great to have you guys on. You were just regulars on the 4, and always look forward to seeing you in studio and having those conversations off camera too that we treasure.
And you both were on this show from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which is, you know, 25, 30 years this show has been
30,
going
I
on.
think. Yeah, 30 years.
Yeah.
There's nobody I like listening to more than Neil Denton. He just is the epitome of East Tennessee and farming and gives us good advice. Neil, you're quite a guy, and you're a hero in my eyes.
I think the same about both of you, and you really have made Live at 5 at 4 special. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's always good to see you both. We appreciate you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Brian Clay, ladies and gentlemen. I could listen to that all day.
Oh, the one, the only Brian Clay, live in studio. Got a little jam going. Foxy's behind the camera dancing.
Which is a perfect segue into our next topic. And we're talking about something that Beth Haynes owns, and that is costumes. Of course, something that you all did for so many years. The Halloween celebration, and you were in charge of getting everyone's costumes together, including this year, which included me.
Yes, Todd Howe was always so agreeable. Russell, not so much. Shocking. Russell always had to have a last-minute costume changed, but we have had some fun times. Down to the wire, I will say, where they're like, you've got a minute to go, cutting hair and getting everybody in position.
Yeah, I could look at these pictures all day long. And of course, our most recent was this past Halloween. We were goalpost.
We were goalpost. One of my favorites, for sure. We really enjoyed that.
All right, so we want to talk about the places Beth has gone, people she's met, and now we want to talk about how she has impacted the area. And this is one way, the 12 Days of Christmas auction, which you've been doing for years and years. And just by you doing this, you have touched countless lives.
I tell you, it's been an honor just to partner with the McNabb Center. They do so much in our community, and we've talked in our headlines about inflation, about the economy, about a recession. We talk about job loss, and East Tennessee, when you contribute to this, you are helping more than 2,000 families in our community this holidays, and it will start in about a week. We're about a week away, so thank you for supporting this. It is near and dear to my heart, and you're helping so many here in our community.
And Mrs. Farmer's class came yesterday and will be leaving tomorrow afternoon. This is a fun, I don't know what to say. Go west, young man, is a phrase that's been around.
This is
that accent. Oh my goodness.
Beth Haynes, who looks the same now as she did way back when.
On a day 18.
This little girl turned into a seasoned journalist. And Beth, you have mentored so many people who have been in that same position as you way back when and helped them along the way. And that is another joy of this job, is the gift of giving back to those wanting to follow this same path.
Just following her lead. Miss Robin Wilhoit showed me how to do it.
This is Kay Watson reporting live from Aruba on vacation. I wanted to share a message with Beth Haynes to say thank you for welcoming me to Knoxville 20-something years ago. Can't believe it's been that long. And you really showed me around town and all about the South. And I also appreciate that we've continued to work together to support Alzheimer's Tennessee, and you have done so much for the cause. So I wish you the very best on your next adventure, maybe here in Aruba.
Thank you, Beth, for always being a great friend and a great reporter and anchor. You've been a great friend to me and all your coworkers, but also to the people of East Tennessee. You've shared so much of yourself and done so much for the people lucky enough to be your viewers. Best of luck and keep in touch.
Thank you for being you. You are kind, loyal, and generous, and I'm sure those are attributes you've carried with you throughout your career at WBIR. So may God's blessings be upon you. May He prosper all that you put your hand to in the days ahead. I believe your best days are in front of you and not behind you. So may God bless you, and straight from the heart.
Thank you, Beth, for all of the things that you've done for everyone in East Tennessee, and I know you will continue to do once you leave Channel 10. I was so lucky to get a chance to work with you, and I'm excited for all your new adventures. And you know that I want to keep talking, but Leanne will start talking in my ear if I keep going on. So good luck.
Hey, Beth Haynes, I just want to say thank you for being special. You know, Channel 10 is a special place to a lot of people, and a lot of that is because of you. You know, there's only one Beth Haynes, and you've had a huge impact on that place and all the people that have come through there over the years, so thank you.
Thank you for sharing your love of East Tennessee, and I really appreciate you making Live at 5 at 4 so fun.
Beth Haynes. Hey, John Martin from a balmy Billings, Montana. Sorry, I'll get a little bit closer because, well, it's the wind. Hey, a real quick story. One of the first impressions working with you. I remember two things simultaneously happening the first time I ever went live. It was one, oh my goodness gracious, television's Beth Haynes is talking to me and I'm freaking out. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, it's Beth Haynes. You just have this calming effect. And I remember being put at ease. You just kind of have that way about you, and that's one of the things I appreciate about you.
Thank you, Beth, for your kindness, your guidance, your listening ear, your impact on this community. I could go on and on. You are incredible.
Beth, thank you for being my mentor, my cheerleader, and for showing so many people for so many years what an impact you can have by just telling a great story.
Beth, thank you for being a straight from the heart mentor and delight not only at work, but in everyday life. We're going to miss you so much.
I love it. Of television. Katie with us.
Magic. Ooh. Beth, it's been such an honor to be on Live at 5 at 4 with you for just this short time, but I can't even tell you how much I look up to you and how much I appreciate your mentorship, because there have been so many Live at 5 at 4 reporters, and you've been a constant, and you just are quick to lend a helping hand or even like a, you got this.
Absolutely, and I'm proud of you. Thank you. We've had a treat here,
Yes,
Brian Clay. I mean, he has brought the life and energy to the fore, and to have you playing as they recognize me. I appreciate you being here. It means so much. And you have had us dancing. I wish you all could see kind of before the 4 and when we're in commercial break. Usually it's a big party in here, and it's thanks to this guy.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. I've been trying to win the Buddies tailgate. Yeah. but let me tie this together, because I'll put my name in and I'll do this and I'll be sitting on the sofa and my wife would be like, did we win? No, we didn't win. And I would always say it's because I'm family.
You are family.
You are.
And
you are family.
The reason I feel like family is because of you. That every time I come here, every time that I, am playing some music or whatever, it's not like coming into it for a job or it's just family. You come in and you say, hey, Brian, okay, come here, and you dance. And so thanks for being who you've been.
Thank you.
What I tell people who this applies to is that my world has been made better because you're in it. So
I think the same about you, my friend. Brian, thank you. I tell you what, I'm completely overwhelmed. You all know how to make someone feel loved and special. I don't want to cry.
You just let it flow, Beth.
Yes.
You're fine.
Well, my family here and my family watching, thank you so much. You've lived life with me. We've all been through the good and the bad, and I'm excited about what's next. I'm going to miss you all, but I said earlier that you win with people. That's what Pat Summitt always said. If you surround yourself with winners, there's a good chance you too will be a winner. And look at my surroundings. I'm a product of these people. Thank you so much for 20 years. I appreciate it.